All right, we are live. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between. I am Violet Hyena. You are here with perfect timing. I'm here to do readings for people with perfect timing. And the game is that I have 13 decks, and they all have a lot to say. And I use dice to pick my cards now. It's a little bit more convenient than using a playing card deck. I am gonna update those cards on the screen very soon. This weekend, probably. We do have some chat who came in early to do their chats while I was preparing. So hi Helen, how you doing? Helen, well, I hope you're doing well. Sorry. Helen says hi. Helen says you said Yasmin didn't do spells, but she's depression. You mean what could you make this clear? Okay, I will get to that. So, Helen. There we go. Oh. Helen on the board. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Is she still on contact with her ex in recent years while she's married? I think that is no contact with her ex. Correct me if I'm wrong. Helen asks, will I find the job in an online random hiring ad? And let's see. That's 3 questions. Okay, and then Miriam says hi, and I say hi, Miriam. I hope you're doing well today. I hope you're doing well today. My day has been vastly amazing. A little rough start, but I actually turned out pretty good. And 3 beating hearts. Thank you. Debbie Kelly says, hello, beautiful Aquarius star. Hello, honey. And Helen says, hello. Hello, Helen. Oh, excuse me. Marion says, what's my next step in action? Should be get my life in moments again, thanks. Okay, so Miriam's on the board. And Debbie says, can you please tell me with a card if I'll hear from my Pisces? Yes. Debbie's on the board. And Miriam says, who is this man that keep popping up in my reading? More info about. Okay, Miriam. And then Helen, will I live with my husband in Turkey, Greece, Spain? Okay. And then Helen. Let's see. Okay, so right now I've caught up on chat, so I'm going to start with this list, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so what was this one? You said Yasmin didn't do spells, but she used depression. You mean what could you make? What could you make this clear? I will just redo a reading on it because I don't actually remember when I said that. When I do readings, I do so many, I just don't remember them all. So we're gonna do Oh, yeah. Okay, number 8. So you're going to get an extra card. But what's the deck? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're gonna... First we're gonna pull the extra card. And then... What do we got here? Yasmin didn't use spells, but she used depression. We're gonna try to clear up the meaning of that. She didn't use spells. She used depression. Okay, so the Fool. It's Fool's Journey, but the Two of Swords. The Nine of Swords. If it was the Nine of Swords, of the depression. Depression doesn't just affect the person who has depression. It affects everyone who is around this person. This person is feeling bad. This person is feeling miserable. And unless they can... There are many phrases, but one of the ones that comes to my mind is misery loves company. And if they are miserable, they don't understand why anyone else should be happy when they're so miserable, so they try to bring people down instead of bringing them up, which people people who are happy want other people to be happy. People who are miserable want to be around miserable people. And Two of Swords are a decision of the mind. So if it's a decision onto being negative and depressed, then that's even worse. Because then it's not just the clinical definition and diagnosis of depression, it is the act of being miserable and dragging people into it. And then really, really kind-hearted fools will fall for all this. So it's not a spell, it is, it's emotions. It's a lot of emotions and chemicals in the brain. So it's not a witch spell. Like, it's not something that is done magically. It's actually manifested by that person. So that is the clarity for that answer. I hope it helps. And then, is she still... I'm guessing that's no contact with her husband. This one. Is she still no contact with her ex in recent years while she is married? Okay, is she no contact with her husband, her ex, in recent years while she's married? The answer is no. So she's in contact with her ex. What more into this? The Five of Cups. Oh, great. Five of Cups. So she is definitely one of those that likes to focus on the negative and not see any of the positives. So she's probably talking a lot about her ex and in contact with him just because she can't help herself. And that is that question, so I hope that helps you out. And then the third one. Will Helen find the job in an online random hiring ad? Will she find it in a random online ad? That's a no. And that's an Ace of Cups. Emotionally devastating if you just get a job through a random ad. It's just, no. It's not going to work. It'll be a very emotional roller coaster. But this is not showing any pentacles, so it's going to be emotional. It's going to be emotionally draining. That's what it's going to be. If you go for those online ads, that's not going to work. Now, hold on. Might I add, will you find possibly a job online with like one of those job sites, which is not a random ad? I'm gonna just ask that for you because that's sort of is a related question. No. Again, no. That's only going to lead to heartbreak. So, that is not your path at all. That is not your path at all. Alright, so that clears that up. Okay, and then we have Miriam's. Okay, what is Miriam's next step in action? There we go. Okay, what is Miriam's next step and action? Okay. I'm just trying to structure this question in a little bit more better English. See, what's my next step and action? Should be to get my life in movement again. Because movement, I understand why you use movement. What's next step action should be my life in movement. Life in motion. Here we go. So, what to get life in motion? What's the next step? Order. Getting my life in order is the English phrase. And what's the next step in that? Okay, so this sentence is still a little wonky, and like this should actually be the first one and this should be the second one, but we're working on it. And I got the better essence of the question. So, what is the next step in Miriam getting her life in order? This is Miriam, so she gets to pick another deck. Sorry, I was so focused on getting the question in order. Let's make sure it's the right deck. Number 6. 6 Robinwood Terrace. Okay, so what is the next step in Miriam getting her life together? And getting her life in order. Okay, what is the next step in Miriam getting her life in order? Okay, the next step. Death. So, of course, death means change, major change. This is a major arcana. And a rebirth. So a complete change. A complete change. What kind? Well, we'll give more. Give more. So Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so to get your life in order, we're not. Thank you. Okay. So, getting your life in order, death, major change, Queen of Pentacles. So your next step is going to manage your resources a whole lot better. Like, really focus on those resources that you have control over and master those. And that is going to create a really happy life. So you're going to have to start managing your resources, managing your money, managing your health. This is definitely that key. So you have to start working with yourself more, focusing on yourself, your resources, and your money. And that will lead to happiness. So major changes, major life-changing changes. And they're going to be focusing on you. So do that, and that will put your life in order, or as you said it, put life in movement. That'll get things moving. Like, big things have to change if you want big movement. Alright, and that is what the cards have to say. I hope it helps you out. Oh. Let's put that back to... There we go. So Miriam's and then Debbie's. Can you please tell me with a card if I will hear from my Pisces? So which deck for Debbie? 8, so you get an extra card. You get 2 extra cards. Number 1, so 3, you're not just getting 1, you're getting 3 cards from the cat deck. You will hear from your Pisces. Will Debbie hear from her Pisces? So, initial answer, no. You will not hear from your Pisces. Let's see what your extra cards will be. Okay, your extra cards are the Queen of Cups. So, Queen of her emotions, focusing on a very stable emotion. And then the Wheel of Fortune, which is good luck. So as much as you may want to hear from your Pisces, it seems like you have really good cards, even if he doesn't contact you. Because here's the World, where you have a connection with the world. Here's the Queen of Cups, who is super good in her emotions, super emotionally regulated, and just the best person to be around. And then you have the Luck of the World. I mean, girl, you got 2 major arcana cards here and 1 court card. So you're doing phenomenally, even if he doesn't contact you. Keep rocking it. The cards say you're doing awesome. That's Debbie's, Miriam's, next one. Who is this man that keeps popping up in Marion's reading more info about? So, I don't know. Who is it? Who is this man that keeps popping up in Miriam's reading? Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Prisma Visions deck. No, I picked the cards. Who is this man? Who is this man? Who is this man? Who is this man? For Miriam, who is this man? Who is this man? That keeps popping up in Miriam's reading. Who is he? He's a Knight of Pentacles. So he is very knowledgeable in how money works, and he knows when to move and when not to move. That's very good. But who is he? He makes really good monetary decisions, and he is severely depressed. And that is what the cards say. Oh, golly. I hope that helps you out. And then we have Helen's. We'll put these back. Different deck. Deck for Helen's question. 5, 3, 3. Supernatural deck. Will Helen live with her husband in Turkey, Greece, or Spain? Well, since you put it so nicely, I will make this super easy. 1, 2, 3. I like nice, neatly ordered questions. You did so well. Thank you, Helen. So, number 1 is Turkey, number 2 is Greece, and number 3 is Spain. Okay, so number 1 is no. Number 2 is no. Number 3 is yes. Alright, so it is, the winner is Spain. But it also says there will be heartbreak in Spain. It says there will be the sun in number 2. And the ace of, and it says there's the essence of money in 1. But it says you will be you're going to live in Spain, but there's the heartbreak card. That is where logic will cut through emotion. So definitely Spain, but not. There's little trouble in paradise. Alright, so I hope that helps you out, and that will complete the list. For now, I'm going to hydrate and catch up on chat. Ah. That is tasty. Okay. Let's see where we are. Okay, Helen says, Will I regenerate my family conflict with my husband's family, or it will be a healthy relationship with them? Okay, so Helen's back on the board. And Debbie says, hit that like button. Check mark. Show your love. Yes, please, thank you. I have a goal of 500 subscribers, and every subscriber helps. And every like helps. Helps guide the algorithm to pushing this live to more people. Thank you so much. And then Helen says, how many kids that gonna call me mom? And how will I get it? So how will I get it? Well, and then Miriam says, thanks, with 2 sets of floating hearts. Thank you. And Helen says, will Mom try to damage my life again when I get the job? How will be her reaction? Will that man sell me the phone on Saturday? And Miriam says, what will become obvious to me very soon? And why does this man keep popping up for me? Alright, so Miriam. Okay, I'm going to count up questions. Hold on. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Helen. And then 2 for Miriam. And then Helen again. How will I get the job? Oh, okay. Got it. That's part of the 6 questions. How will I get it? How will I get the job? Got it. Thank you for the clarity. I understand. Awesome. So I have caught up again in chat. So I'm going to go to the list. Number 3. Supernatural. Excuse me. Okay. Just pinning the correct question because it helps me keep track. Will I regenerate my family conflict with my husband's family, or will it be a healthy relationship with them? Well, let me ask the easier question. Will it be a healthy relationship with your husband's family? will it be a healthy relationship with the husband's family? Will it be a healthy relationship with the husband's family? Nope, it will not be. You'll be charging forward because this is the Chariot. It is a major arcana, so it is a major no. Unfortunately, you are not going to have a healthy relationship with them. I am very sorry to report that. And then, how many kids are going to call Helen mom? How many kids are gonna call Helen mom? How many kids are gonna call Helen mom? Apparently 7, and the Chariot came up again, which is absolutely hilarious. 7. And they're gonna be fast and determined to go forward with life, whether you want to let them go forward or not. They're going to be very what's the word? Determined children is the word that comes to mind. They're going to be very determined and maybe a bit stubborn in going forward. This is just the Chariot in work. So 7. So how will Helen get the job? That is what that is. How will Helen get the job? How will Helen get the job? How will Helen get the job? Ooh, it's gonna be through a friend. Check your social network. Really dig into the people. Share your emotions with them. You're gonna find them through deep friendship. You're gonna find that job through deep friendship. That's just 100% it. And these are the type of, like, with this scene, I love it. These are 2 really good friends in the show Supernatural. They are so tight. They fight all the time and are mean to each other, but they're such good friends because they've been through so much together. Those are the type of friends that you want to look through this job. These people who might be a bit rough around the edges, but they got your back. 100%. So look through that network and you will find your job. That is what the cards say. And just pinning the correct message. And then, will mom try to damage Helen's life again when she gets the job? Is Helen's mom gonna try to damage Helen's life again when she gets the job? 100%. When she sees you happy, she hates it and she wants to destroy it. Yes, she's going to try to damage your life again when you get the job. Because she doesn't want you independent. She wants you to have a bit of dependency on others. And that's just the generational trauma. Yeah, sorry. But that is what the cards say. Okay, how will be her reaction? How will be her reaction? How will be her reaction? How will Mom's reaction be? Please no noises in my room. I don't like jump scares. Look, go Ma. Sorry, I had to talk to someone. Alright, 10 of bones. And that was how will her reaction be? 10 of bones. Bones are wands in this deck. Tired but skillful and thoughtful, thinking. Trying to read what emotion this is. Forgive me for the silence. There's almost a judgmental thought process. A bitter feeling. That is the feeling that's coming across. It's a very bitter reaction. It's a very quiet one. But the word that is really solid right now is very bitter. So I hope that helps you out. Maybe not trying to be around Mom so much if she's being bitter. And will that man sell me the phone on Saturday? Will that man sell Helen that phone on Saturday? Will that man sell Helen the phone on Saturday? Okay. It was a no, because they had to flip it. So, no, he will not sell them on Saturday. 9 of Swords. Yeah, no. Something's off. Something's really off. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Queen of Pentacles. Jeez. Sorry, I'm trying to... Because this one creeps me out. I do not like the feeling of this exchange. We have the Queen of Pentagrams, and I feel like that represents Helen. But then I'm trying to figure out who the Page of Pentagrams is trying to represent, because they have a lot of tech gear. Oh, okay. So the cards are suggesting that you might want to find a seller that is not so scary. Because I do not like... In the show, this is a bad character, okay? Bad character. These are slightly stupider, but more friendly. Harmless, in fact. So, the cards are suggesting that you go find a different seller of a phone. And that is what the cards say. And then we have Miriam. Miriam has 2 questions. What will become obvious to Miriam very soon? You know what? I think this is a 12 die question. Number 3. Okay. Supernatural deck. What will become obvious to Miriam very soon? What will become obvious to Miriam very soon? The King of Blades. So someone who's very logically sound and aggressive. What will become obvious to Miriam very soon? A very aggressive but very intelligent man. Because it's the King of Blades, so that it is also logical, very logically based, mentally stable. What else? And death. So a big change is coming. But then a rebirth. What's our rebirth look like? And then the rebirth is the Empress. And the Empress is also about abundance and really good resources. And that is what's going to become obvious to you very soon. So, King of Blades. So very logical. So someone with very court card to major arcana to major arcana. These are really big life cards. So a King of Blades. King of Swords, you know. King of Thoughts. And so if this King of Blades turns into the Empress, so this king with a whole lot of ideas and stability and aggression is going to transform, is going to die essentially and transform into the Empress, which is abundance and in money and resources, and also the Empress represents children, so there's going to be a lot going on. Wow. So just major stuff is going on. And why does this man keep popping up for Miriam? Why does this man keep popping up for Miriam? It's the Chariots again. Going forth. 9. The 9 of bones. I'm gonna have a drink here. Charging forth. 9 is gathering all the skills you've made along the journey. And then the Fool. There is a lot of traveling going on. The Chariot and then the Fools. Because the Fools is a traveling card. The Chariot is a speed card. And determined and just charging forth and having lots of skills. So he is a man who charges forth with a lot of skills, and he travels a lot. But why does he keep popping up for Miriam? That's the question. He is a wheel of fortune. He's a wheel of luck. Go befriend him. Be on his good side. That is what the cards suggest. If he is a wheel of fortune, he is very lucky. He's very tuned in, turned on into the universe, and you just want to be in his corner, socially. So you want to just be in his social circle. That is what the cards are saying. Alright, I hope that helps you out. And then that one is done. And then I'm going to drink water and catch up on chat. Yes, and then Helen clarified the question, and then we're back to Helen, who says 7. Yes, 7. Now you said how many kids will call you mom. You did not say how many children you would birth, okay? So 7 will call you mom. I have also heard some kids' friends call their friends mom instead of Mrs. or Mrs. whatever the name is. So it could be that your kid has a lot of friends, or your kids have a lot of friends that call you mom. I don't know. It's just you asked how many kids will call you mom. So Helen says, please recheck. That's exhausting. Again, I just went over one of the reasons it could be. The technical question was, how many children will call me mom? And that could be adopted kids. I don't know. I don't question the cards. The cards just said 7. I don't question the cards. And John says, hi. Hi, John. I hope you're doing well. John says, will LeBron James win a championship in Philadelphia? I guess I can do a reading on that. Ten. Oh, I did on the big die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Supernatural deck. It is. I guess that's the yes or no question. Oh, I should actually make a list, but I've already started John's path to his questions, so I will make a list. I have a process and it works, so I gotta keep with it. So, John, you are on the list. Miriam says, is the death energy is something coming or something already happened or something I'm in right now? Okay, Miriam on the list. Ken John says, did you answer my question? I'll go to that later. Sorry, I just had a notification on my computer. John asked, did you answer my question? Sorry, I was busy. No, I did not yet answer your question. Please, I would appreciate your patience. Thank you. Alright, so now that I've caught up in chat, I will do the question. I have the deck ready for it. Apparently, Supernatural is just the deck to go to tonight because I've drawn it like 3 times in a row. So, will LeBron James win a championship in Philadelphia? No. And that is the 5 of blades and swords. He is defeated in Philadelphia. 100%. That is exactly what the card said. Very aggressive match, too. And then to Miriam. Placement message. Something about death energy. Let's see. Is the death energy is something coming or something already happened or am I at it right now? Okay. Coming. Happened or now. So with the death energy, let's find out. Number 2. The Gatorade strikes again. Alright, so is the death energy something coming, happened, or now? Is the death energy coming, happened, or now? No. 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 Let's see. So all of them are no. So the answers are going to be in the cards themselves. 7 of Cups is nostalgia of emotion. Man of Coins is someone who is very good with coins. And then Ace of Coins is the beginning or the essence of money, health, and resources. Seven of Cups, Man of Coins, Ace of Coins. It's the death energy. Something. Is the death energy something coming, or something already happened, or something I'm in right now? No for all of it, because I think it's working on a different level. The nostalgia of emotion. Man of Coins. Knowing where to put energy to get money. And then the essence of money itself. In Tarot, the energy of death is change. Something dies and then something is reborn. So something in emotions is going to transfer into knowing when to act to make money. It's a process. And change is happening all the time. And like the major transitions are just, changing. And this time it's something nostalgic. And you can act upon that and monetize it into some actual money. And that is where the death energy is focused. It's not giving me a timeline. It's just saying what the energy is. I'm gonna lean towards right now. This is the process that's going on. This is the overhead plan. So you're in the process of all of these, but it's not just one. It's a continuous process of going towards this. So, what they call it is a transitional period. They are a little wonky, very wonky. Like you're probably steeped in it actually. And that's why you're not seeing everything. But there is a plan here it just feels really wonky. So I do apologize for that, but the universe is not always systematic. And I hope that helps you out. Okay, and I have caught up on the list. A nice short list today. They're very nice. Let's see. And just answer John's question. Yes. Is he afraid to retire? He is a Mason. He's 41. I don't know. Let's ask the cards. So I'll put John on the list. And then Miriam says, thanks. Beating heart, beating heart, beating heart. You're very welcome. And Miriam says, yes, exactly. Can I get an oracle? Yes. I love giving oracle cards. Okay, oracle. So is LeBron afraid to retire? That's a tarot question. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Robin with tarots. Getting the kid a drink of water. Excuse me. And my body requires oxygen. One moment. And chapstick. Oxygen is really good for my brain function. Okay. Let's get this. Is he afraid to retire? He is a Mason. I'm trying to figure out. Do you mean. Oh, what's it called? He's a Mason. So either he works with stone or you mean he's a Mason. Mason. Like the club. So, is he afraid to retire? Freemason, that's what they're called. Freemason. Is he afraid to retire? Yes. He's thinking back on all of his nostalgia. Very emotional. He would hate to retire. Absolutely terrified to retire. Because he just loves his job so much. All the good years. And that is what the cards say. Ballet? John, what does ballet mean? But is it because he's a Freemason? You know what? I'm gonna put that after Marian's question. There you go. And we'll ask the cards again in a bit. Oracle, Oracle, Oracle. For Marian. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ask, and it is given. This is the information card. It's shy. Don't look at it. It'll hide in the box. It fits. It sits. Okay, so Marian's oracle card. What did the universe want to tell Marian? What did the universe have to say? My life is supposed to be fun. Be easy about all of this. Life is supposed to be fun, you know. It is Abraham's powerful desire that you return to your state of self-appreciation. We want you to feel love for your life, for the people of your world, and most of all, for yourself. There is great love here for you. Alright, and that is Marian's Oracle Pull. I hope that helped you out. Have fun, be happy, have good life, good stuff like that. I love those good vibes, they're so good. Okay, and then we're gonna get to John's other question. Is it because he's a Freemason, it's an African American club? What do you mean it's an African American club? I'll check into that fact in a moment. Number 2, it's a gay tarot. Okay, so is it because LeBron is a Freemason? Is it because he's a Freemason? Let's find out. Is it because he's a Freemason? No. It is not because he's a Freemason. The Magician. It is a major arcana, so it is a major no. It's not because he's a Freemason. Freemason is his own magical, sparkly thing that manifests stuff. And that is what the cards say. And I've completed that list. And let me see here. Okay. Yeah. Uh, so John, I really want you to explain how it's an African American club. Because the Freemasons that I know don't come from Africa. Diddy's parties. There may be Freemason groups with African Americans in it. That makes sense. And Sabole, because he's a Freemason in an African American club. And Miriam says, get the same Oracle card from yesterday. Strange but nice. Look, the universe has perfect timing, and it's funny. It just reminds you of the same thing until you learn it. I also thought that I pulled that card recently, so it's really funny that they are doubling down on the fact that just it's all okay, it's joyful, it's good vibes. There's great love here for you. And it's just really nice to hear it over and over again. So yeah. And then John says the Freemason group. Was he involved in Diddy's parties? I don't know. Let's put John back on the list. And John says the Boule, formerly known as Sigma Pi Phi, is an exclusive, prestigious, professional Greek letter fraternity for African American men. Okay, so it's a super duper exclusive club. Got it. Okay, so it's a branch off from the Freemasons. That makes more sense. I got it. Thank you for explaining. Okay, so was he involved in Diddy's parties? Let's find out. Was LeBron James involved in Diddy's parties? Number 1, cat turret. Excuse me. Oh, good cracks. I like good cracks. Was he involved in Diddy's parties? Was he involved in Diddy's parties? Yes. He was majorly involved in Diddy's parties. This is the star. This is the major arcana. So it's a major, yes. Very involved. Very in the vibe of the Freemasons. Yeah. Alright. And then, is Carter traveling to another country on Friday? Is Carter traveling to another country on Friday? On Friday. On Friday. Is Carter going to another country on Friday? Yes! And that is 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8 of Swords. So he's totally wrapped up in this trip. Totally wrapped up. Like, complete focus on this trip. And by this cat's expression, he is all for this trip. Very excited. And attacking this trip with so much thought and focus. Oh, he is excited about all the fun he's gonna have on this trip. That is cool. But he's just attacking the plan right now and juicing himself up for this trip. Alright, so I hope that helps you out on that question. Huzzah! And I have caught up on chat. I'm having some water. Oh, lovely. Is it Asia? Let's find out. Is it Asia? Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it Asia? Is it a part of Asia? Is Carter traveling to Asia? Yes. 7 of Chalices. He's going to make a lot of good memories there. A lot of good memories. A lot of good memories that he's going to look back on in years forward and just go, I had so much fun on that trip. Yes, definitely Asia. He's going to have fun. Good vibes. Good vibes. Okay, I'm going to quick make some notes here. I should make them off board. Hold up. Okay, notes are taken. Good. And I do not see any more questions, so I'm going to choose a lovely oracle to read from. until there are more questions or conversation. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting into the vortex. Boop, boop, boop. And I have been streaming for an hour and 26 minutes. So it's a good cool time downtime. This is the information card. We don't read it. It sits politely in the box. It sits politely in the box. Oh, this one wants to pop out, so fine. Okay, so my life is about my relationship. You will never find yourself in a point in time when the subject of relationships is not an active part of your now experience. For everything you perceive or notice or know is because of your relationship with something else. Without a comparative experience, you would be unable to perceive or focus any kind of understanding with yourself. Therefore, it is accurate to say that without relationships, you could not exist at all. Ooh, that's a good one. I really like that one. Relationships, unable to perceive or focus any kind of understanding. That's pretty powerful. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, so attempting to control others attracts more to be controlled. It is easy to understand how you would come to the conclusion that your path to feeling good is through influencing or controlling the behavior of others. But as you attempt to control them through influence or coercion, you discover that not only can you not contain them, but your attention to them brings more like them into your experience. You simply cannot get to where you want to be by attempting to control or eliminate the unwanted. Others' opinions are less important than my personal guidance system. You did not intend to use the opinions of others to measure against your beliefs, desires, or actions in order to determine the appropriateness of them. Instead, you knew, and still remembered long after you were born, that it was the relationship between the opinion or knowledge of source within you and your current thoughts in any moment that would offer you perfect guidance in the form of your emotional guidance system. Very nice. So which one is it? Korea or Japan or another country? Let's find out. Let us find out. Korea, Japan, other. We need a deck. We need a deck. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Every little thing you do is magic, you know. La 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 la, it's magic, you know. Do 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 do. Korea, Japan, or another country. Korea, Japan, or another country. Korea, no. Japan, yes. Other, the magician. So it said yes to Japan. And the magician in other feels like it's just presenting a whole bunch of others. I definitely feel the Japan yes more. And then the Korea was the 4 of Cups. We're gonna go with Japan. Japan. Yeah, the cards are choosing really pointing to Japan. And I see Miriam's question. Can I get a general whatever? Yeah, absolutely. Put this back. Nope. It's whatever, so it's a 12. A general card for Miriam. Number 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Getting into the vortex. This is the information card. Don't look, it's shy. We leave it in the box. Come on. No, that's correct. Okay. Let's see. We have I can replace false premises with law-based premises. There has been a theme unfolding here of replacing flawed premises with law-based premises. And we would like to leave you with one final one. We all make too much of this. It is simpler than we all make it out to be. Be easy about it. Be kind to yourself. Do things that feel fun. Look for things that bring you relief. And just easily move into that place, your vortex, where all things that you want have already been lined up for you. That feels a lot like the other Abraham Hicks card. Hold on. My God. Like, these vibrationally feel the same. Where's the line? Be easy about this, or we all make too much of this. That is like the same vibe here. So you essentially got the same card in a different box. Sorry, Miriam, that's just hilarious. That's vibrationally hilarious. So funny. You all make too much. Much simpler to make it all be easy about it. Oh my god. Sorry, that's just funny. To me, anyway. I hope you get the humor. My golly. It's so funny because people get the same cards from different decks, and it's really funny how things work out. So that's just one of the funny things. Okay, so I stream for 2 hours at a time. I have been streaming for 1 hour and 38 minutes. So I have about 22 minutes left. I'm going to hydrate, first of all. Alrighty. So to fill more time, I'm going to read more cards. Don't look in the box, it's just the information card. We don't bother it. It is shy. It's oh so shy. And we don't Abraham cards until there are more questions. It's just what I do. Okay. My manifestations are the indicators of my beliefs. It is always true that whatever you are living always matches your chronic vibrational patterns or beliefs. And it does not matter if you have an excellent excuse for your negative thoughts and negative emotions. They still equal your point of attraction. What is manifesting on every subject in your life is an indicator of the beliefs you hold and your chronic patterns of thought. It does not matter if you have an excellent excuse for a knife. They still equal your point of attraction. What is manifesting every subject of your life? Point of attraction. So focus. Hold on. Oh, I got a brain thing. I got a brain thing, which is an idea. Got it. Okay. Brain things. Brain things. Why do I want the relationship I want? Think about what you want in a relationship and why you want it. Look for those around you who are experiencing good relationships and feel appreciation for them. Make lists of the positive aspects of those good feeling relationships you have spent time with. In fact, one of the fastest ways to make your way to a wonderful relationship is to find any subject that is constantly feeling good, even if it has nothing to do with relationships, and focus on that. So another for focus. Okay, sorry, just had to. It looked like the screen was blurping, but it wasn't. It was just me focusing on that card a very long time. Sorry. Um, my relationship will change when my vibration changes. My relationships will change when my vibration changes. You are living in the time when fewer people will attempt the impossible task of pushing the unwanted far enough away that they will be left with only that which is wanted. It is the time when more people will come to a realization that they have been seeking, what they have been seeking is not a change in behavior of others or in the world outside of them, over which they have no control, but instead an understanding of their own vibrational relationship with Source, over which they have complete control. Oh my god, that has come to fruition recently in years. I gotta say that. That is totally true. And I do see that on the internet. Which is that one? Yeah. You are living. That's just. It's so on top. It's so on target tonight. So on target tonight. Okay, what's this one? I can look for things I appreciate in relationships. You cannot get the relationship of your dreams when you are in chronic thoughts of relationships that feel lonely or angry or worried or disappointment. But as you look for things you appreciate in yourself and others, as you make lists of positive aspects of past and present relationships, you train your vibrational offering to match the vibration of your desires, and your perfect mate then must come. It is law. My thoughts join a powerful swirling vortex of attraction. In the same way that the law of attraction is responding to the thoughts, words, and actions that you are offering here in your physical reality, the law of attraction is always responding powerfully to your vibrational reality. When the law of attraction, the universal manager of all vibrations, responds to the clarity of vibration offered by your expanding inner being, the result is a powerful swirling vortex of attraction. Our varied behavior adds to the planet's well-being. When you remember that nothing can come into your experience without your vibrational invitation of it, and when you remember that the varied behavior of others adds to the balance and the well-being of your planet, even if they offer behavior that you do not approve of, and that you do not have to participate in the unwanted behavior and will not unless you give your attention to it. You become more willing to allow others to live as they choose. Let them. Just let them. And Miriam says, beating heart, beating heart, beating heart. Yay! Love sharing the love. My every thought is attracting its vibrational essence. Whether you are thinking about wanted things or unwanted things, you are still sending out a request to attract more things like the subject of your thought. And all things that happen to you, all people, things, experiences that come to you, come in response to your vibrational invitation. Notice how things are turning out for you. Notice how things are turning out for you is one very clear way of understanding which vibrational requests you are emanating, because you are always getting the essence of what you are thinking about, whether you want it or not. I can attract relationships that agree with my desires. People are not finding it difficult to find the mate of their dreams because that person is not out there, but because of their own contradiction to their own desire in the thoughts they offer about the subject every day. When you consistently offer thoughts about your future relationship that feel good while you think them, that means you are constantly matching the desires that you have discovered as you have lived life. And under those conditions, only someone in agreement with your desires could come to you. Hydration. Hydration is the thing that will solve the dehydrated throat. I will not try to control the uncontrollable. We want you to reach the place where you are willing, not just willing, determined, not just determined, eager to let go of the need to control the things that are uncontrollable, like what anyone else is doing, and give your undivided attention to the only thing you can control, which is how you feel in any given circumstance. In other words, we want you to leave this moment saying, I've decided that I'm going to take life as it comes, and I'm going to do the best that I can to do in the midst of what I'm doing. Nice. A moment-to-moment reaction. I like it. Belief is only a thought I keep thinking. Belief is only a thought I keep thinking. A belief is only a thought I keep thinking. A belief is only a thought you continue to think. A belief is only your habit of thought. It is only a practiced thought. A belief is only a thought that you think a lot. So if a belief is only a thought that you keep thinking, and you keep thinking a thought that is in opposition to what you want, then the reason you don't get what you want is because you keep thinking a thought that's in opposition to what you want. So focus on what you want and you'll get it. Easier said than done sometimes. Everything is always working out for me. Nothing ever goes wrong because every piece of contrast, no matter how wrong it seems to be, is always helping you to clarify what it is you do want. And that is the thing that we want you to remember most of all. The contrast, no matter how it looks in any moment, is contributing mightily to your expansion. The things that you call things going wrong in your life experience are actually only the distance between the things that are so right and your current perspective about them. And Miriam says true. Okay, the thoughts I think determine the relationship I attract. Not only does the power of your thought determine which people will make their way into your life, but it determines how they behave once they get there. You are thinking, vibrating attractor of your experience, and the thoughts you think determine everything about the life you live. As you turn your attention towards the positive aspects of their personalities and behaviors of others with whom you share your planet, you will train your point of attraction in the direction of only what you desire. Miriam says, is the person that man someone is aware about me right now, or will I meet in the coming future? Just wondering. Let's find out. Is the person that man someone is aware about me right now, or will I meet in the coming future? So is that man someone who is aware of Miriam right now, or will meet in the future? Okay. Let's see. So now or future? The man. That man now or future? Is the person that is that man someone is aware about me right now? Is that man aware of Miriam? Okay, there we go. That's definitely a good question. Let's get a tarot card. Well, number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Octopus Tarot. Octopus Tarot. This is going to be the last question for the night, because I looked at how long I've been streaming, and it's been an hour and 58 minutes. So this is the last question for the night, and then I'm probably going to bed. Bed and sleepy by time. Okay. So is that man aware of Miriam now, or will be in the future? Is it now? It says now. Aware of you now, yes. Interesting. Okay. So, aware of you now, the 8 of Wands. So, mastery of action. Definitely aware of you now. In terms of, how do I say it? Weird way to say it is in the term of nowness, in the term of action, in the term of fire and magic, and just knowing that you exist now, yes. But in the future, it doesn't look so bright. It looks like logic cutting through emotion. It looks like heartbreak. So this might be a curious thing to investigate now, but with a future sight of with a warning. Let's just put it that way. It's a warning that logic could cut through emotion. So this man could in the future use their logic to cut through emotion, which is self-detrimental. And that is what the cards have to say. Okay. And that is it for the night. That is it for the night. I have reached 2 hours and a minute. I'm going to read chats, and then I'm going to say good night, and then I'm going to go to bed. Bed feels good for now. Where is my other board? My other board is here. Here's my board. My board. No, I'm not bored. I'm just tired. That was such a tired response. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I am burnt. And Miriam says, yeah. And Helen says, will I buy an M55? So, Helen, I love the question. I would love to answer it, but I'm so burnt out. Bring it back tomorrow. I'll be back in 22 hours. I keep trying for 8:30, but I keep being 8:45. So if I keep saying 8:30, it'll keep being 8:45. I'll keep trying for the 8:30 though. One day. Come back tomorrow, and I will try for that question again. And Miriam said, what's the card of the future? I did get into that, so I answered that. And Helen says, please, one card. I have to draw the line, Helen. I'm already streamed for 2 hours. I'm done. My brain is like, no. My energy is gone. No more honey. Tomorrow, 22 hours. Come back. Miriam says, take rest. Floating hearts. Thanks for the day. You are so welcome. And thank you all for your questions. You guys have a great night. Good night. Love you. Bye. Mwah. Bye-bye.